AITA if I cut contact with my father because of his affair and his behavior after it? I recently got told by my mother that I was expecting too much of him and that me cutting off contact could hurt his mental health, and I'll admit, right now I'm struggling to feel sympathy for him despite knowing his previous struggles with his mental health. I understand maybe I'm blinded by my personal anger here. I'll add all the context below. It's quite a wild story. I, 27M, found out from my mother about a month ago that my father, 60M, was having an affair that started in their workplace. All three of them work in the same building. He had been lying and sneaking around using lies such as going to the gym, visiting friends, or visiting his unwell mother to have this affair. This other woman was also married. My mom found out when he drunkenly screenshot their text messages, where my mom could see it from their shared iCloud. It took another week for him to finally confess, and they agreed he should move out. My mom helped him find a house to rent because he couldn't find one for himself, and even helped him select furniture and order it in. In this time his affair partner's husband had gone to ask my brother and mother about the affair, as he wasn't being told anything from his, now ex-partner. This made my dad blow up, sending him threatening messages that said he would get shot and that he wasted 15 minutes of my wife's, my mom, not his affair partner, life. My brother received this message and called Dad, asking him not to send it, where he got verbally abused and told to get fucked and that he was done with him. Shortly after this, his affair partner bailed on moving in with him, and he had a mental breakdown, begging and crying, asking for mom to let him come back. She agreed, but told him she wouldn't give him another chance if he did it again. Roughly 2 days after this, he then says he is actually moving out with his affair partner again, and my mom helps him to rush around, uncanceling the rental agreement and furniture order. His new partner then bails for the second time, and he once again begs and apologizes to my mother, telling her she is the woman he was always meant to love and be with. She lets him back in on the grounds he attends therapy, cuts contact with the other woman, apologizes to my brother, and tries to build a relationship with myself and my brother. At this point I have only been updated by my mother. He has not called or texted. I am quite a few hours drive away from them. This is followed by loving messages, heart emojis, him making her lunches and checking in with her consistently. 1 week after all of this, he tells her he is once again moving out, with his affair partner who he had originally claimed to cut contact with. My mom tells him she wants the house in her name and also said he can't come back if they split. He has agreed to both of these. They found a unit by using his affair partner's work to qualify for residence that was owned by their employer. This property isn't a typical residential address, so it isn't just rented out long term. When the CEO found out, she asked if they could find a new place within 3 weeks. My dad's response was to go to the CEO of their work, his boss, and yell at them, accusing them of being a gossip among other insults. They let him keep his job, told him to calm down, and helped him and his affair partner to find accommodation in a residential unit right next door to their previous one. Finally, I got the chance to speak to my dad. The thing I want from him, to try and improve on his behaviors of lying, lashing out, verbal abuse, emotional abuse, and to try and see where he can learn from this all and grow. It wasn't promising. He told me he owned up to everything, but that he left out the cheating, telling everyone he and my mom had separated because the marriage dwindled. He claimed it wasn't his place to tell them he cheated, and that he'd leave that up to mom. On that note, he has also snapped at her for gossiping and telling people things that aren't their business, including informing me about all that's happened. He says he's a great man and that this isn't really like him, that it's just a blip. The violent threatening text he sent was him establishing boundaries. He said that yelling and disowning my brother was because he wasn't understanding the whole situation. We have had a total of 5 hours worth of conversation regarding this, and every time I ask, "Do you want to improve?" his answer is no, that he's a great man and he's not letting this get him down, that he won't look back at the past. I also mentioned historical events where he had done similar things, verbally and physically abusing my brother growing up, verbally abusing and bullying my mom when he was upset, all of which he says he doesn't recall doing, but if he did, then it would have been because my brother was a difficult kid, or that the things he said to my mom was just telling the truth. From the beginning until now, he still hasn't messaged or called to talk about any of this. All our contact has been initiated by me.